Well guys, it's happened again. This time it's a little bit more planned out. As you can see, I have a lot of Bronco parts laying around the garage. Bunch of wiring, the amps, the speakers, the subs, the door or the steps, racks, the tailgate carrier, a bunch of stuff. All came off of the Bronco. Even the top made a trade for a back to the soft top. The hard top we put on the Tat Squatch. It looks great. Check it out here. Here's a quick clip. Alright guys, so the Tat Squatch looks great, performs great, but it was missing something. I think with the turn off-road top. I think it looks great with everything else. But yeah, we won't talk about what's going on with my Bronco right now. I will just say that some parts have been coming off of it and out of it and are kind of scattered all over the place, including on Matt's Bronco. But I think it looks awesome.
I think it looks super awesome.
It needed to be on the Tat Squatch. But yes, once again, I am trading in the Bronco. I don't think I'm going to get it back in 3 months like I did with the, or not even 3 months. I don't think I'm going to get back in another month, maybe 2 months, like I did when I traded it in for the Gladiator. This one's thought out a bit more. When I did that, I was like, oh, I wonder if I'd like a Gladiator. And I went and test drove it, and I kind of did. And it's like, cool, let's do that. It'd be cool to do a new build on the channel. After I traded it in, I was like, yeah, I don't like this so much. It's not very comfortable to drive. Driving around town, it's fine. But if you drove for like an hour or more, and that thing, it was very uncomfortable. The seats were uncomfortable, and I realized I'd made a mistake. But this is a bit more thought out because there's another car that I know I like. I've liked it ever since I ordered this Bronco. There's always been this other car that I've been interested in. And, and we were just out at the Super Celebration, and sometimes I felt a little bit like a poser because people out there, they love the Bronco. They love their Bronco. They love everybody's Broncos. They love everything Bronco. And I really liked my Bronco. I've had a great time with this Bronco. I've had a whole lot of experiences because of this Bronco. Met cool people. Have everlasting friendships because of this Bronco. But I don't love it because in the back of my head, there's this other car that I've been wanting for a really long time. So unfortunately, that does mean this Bronco is going away. Now, like I said, it took most of the stuff off there. I didn't undo the suspension staying on. The bodyguard bumpers and the winch and everything is staying on. Had I had time to find some OEM bumpers, I probably would have saved these and tried to sell them to somebody. You know, bodyguard bumper, another thing that came out of this Bronco. They were the first sponsors. They sent us to SEMA to display their stuff out of SEMA the first year that Broncos were out and available. And they're still on the Bronco. So yeah, like I said, definitely going to miss this. There's been a lot of great times, but especially after being out at Supercell and just realizing I needed to try it. I needed to switch it out. So with that all said, let's go ahead and show off that new car. All right, so went ahead, finalized the deal, got the new car here. So no more beating around the bush, I guess. Here it is. It is a Ford Bronco. More specifically, it is a two-door Ford Bronco. It is a Sasquatch package, Big Bend Sasquatch. It's a 2022. And yeah, as I was saying, when I originally went to order a Bronco, I wanted to order a two-door, but I didn't because of the kids. Before I had the Bronco, I was in a FJ Cruiser, and I was driving both my kids to school, picking them up every day, and having them climb in the back of the FJ. Well, one of them having to climb in the back of the FJ was always a hassle. It's got the little suicide door that you can open and get back, but it's not much room. And so going to the Bronco, I was like, yeah, there's no way I can do the two-door. Having them climb through the two-door is going to be even worse than the FJ, and there's just no way that I can handle that. Or it would drive them crazy, which would drive me crazy. So when I ordered it, I ordered a four-door because responsibilities. Well, shortly after I finally got the Bronco, my son got his driver's license, so I didn't have to drive him to school or pick him up anymore. So it's just me and my daughter driving, so that would have been fine. And then she got her license, and now both of them, you know, I don't have to drive either of them to school. They're both done with school now, so I don't have to drive either of them to school. So the amount of times that they'd be climbing in the back is not an issue anymore. And if we are going to go as a family, my wife drives the Explorer, which is more than enough room for everybody. So we got that. And I mean, it is still, you can climb in the back. It's still got the rear seats, at least for now. But yeah, this is what I've always wanted, though, was the two-door Bronco. And well, now we have one. So yeah, I did get rid of the four-door Bronco. I'm no longer in the Cyber Orange Club. We are in the Shadow Black two-door club now. So it is, like I said, it's Big Bend Sasquatch package. It's mid package, so pretty much comparable to what I had with the Black Diamond, except for I didn't have the Sasquatch, which when I originally ordered, I was like, why bother with the Sasquatch? I know I'm going to upgrade the suspension and the wheels and everything. And then, well, if you saw that video where I kind of messed up the front drive unit just a little bit. Now ready to break this thing open and see. Holy, yeah, that's pinion completely, jeez, man, it's just completely shredded. Ring gear. Yeah, so this thing is completely shredded. Yeah, it's pretty safe bet that that's where the grinding noise is coming from. Probably would have been a good idea if I had had the Sasquatch. I don't know. The front drive unit a little bit stronger, so it may have taken that, or at least I would have been able to rebuild that, re-gear it. With the M190, wasn't possible. I had to replace that. Got super lucky with that. But now we've got the upgraded 210 gearbox in the front. We're on 470 gears. So yeah, we're at a little bit better starting point than we were. And then unfortunately, the only thing not a huge fan of, but is easily fixed, it's the cloth seats. I'll see how I like them. And the carpet, which I really liked the washout floors. But again, something that is easily remediable now. That wasn't when we originally ordered Broncos. But yeah, I mean, here she is. Pretty much a new brand new start for a new build, and we'll just do things the way we want. One thing that I didn't realize, because I'm so used to it that I forgot to check, that I am kind of mad I forgot to check, was the upfitter switches. This didn't have the upfitter switches. I just kind of got so used to having them that I didn't even think to check. But other than that, it had everything that I wanted. We've and it is 2.7. It is 2.7 automatic. It's got the so nice and clean. So I ordered, there's 2 mods that I ordered right away before it even got here while I was waiting. The antenna, just mod, because just how ridiculously big that one is for no reason, because I use CarPlay most of the time anyway. And then the hood struts, which we'll get those added on there. But yeah, the idea is, especially suspension wise, might do a little bit of gadgets here and there, and a little bit of some little upgrades here and there, like nothing major. I want to actually drive the Sasquatch package, do some off-roading with it, and see how it handles before I start touching suspension. I owe the last one, the Black Diamond, I got it. I went on one off-roading trip, which wasn't even that hardcore off-roading. I scraped the bottom a little bit and said, oh, it needs lifted and it needs bigger wheels and tires, and you know, it was done. So I didn't even spend much time in stock format. And then after that, we kind of went very fast on upgrades. So this, I want to, you know, see how it rides in stock format, give it a little bit of some testing and adventures on it, and then figure out what does it actually need, and not just adding things because I think they're cool, but adding things because I think that's what the Bronco actually needs. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Sorry to see the old Bronco go. Happy to see the new Bronco on the channel, and we'll see what happens next. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time.